Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for game number 1 between DexN and Reakly on Villa Fiore. We have DexN as USF opening with Barracks. After an amazing game against Havoc, is he able to replicate that against Reakly? What do you think, Mr. Co-caster Daniel?
I think it's probably less likely, only because you know I think Havoc. I think when he plays in tournaments, does not show his best at all. I think that when I watched that the bit of that game that I saw, he was not at his his ceiling. Whereas I think Reakly's played in a lot of tournaments recently. I think he'll probably have less nerves, and I imagine that he's going to show us his best play. And so I think my money would be on Reakly here, but you never know. DexN is such variance in I think how well he plays that this could be a stomp in either direction, really.
Fair enough. By the way, sadly, we don't know what battle groups were vetoed, because even though I ask players to provide the links to me, they don't always do that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because people don't read what I type in chats, in player chats.
Yeah, you need someone to help you. When I shout out to Spike, aka Cetacean Sensation, who harassed the players for me in the 2v2 tournament to get all the bans. It's too much to do for one person. It's just there's always.
The thing is, normally we have a referee who helps me out, but slightly by mistake there that I wasn't there. Normally I ask like 2 days ahead and it's enough, but this time it was not enough, so I had no referee. And the Halo was 2 guy, the ref for there, jumped in and helped out, but he had to leave after 2 hours.
That's not good. Well, good start here for Reakly, getting some nice shots in on this rifle squad. He's going to gap close with this pile, though, which is, I think, a little brave. He'll be able to merge into it, but I'm surprised he opted into the fight this way. I think he probably could have just shot at these guys from far away with the grins, but Reakly's a very aggressive player, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, nice merge into the Pioneer to keep the DPS, but DexN focused nicely, forced him off. And no model loss there, only a lot of HP.
Yeah, really unlucky here for Reakly. One pile, one grin is usually a winning fight, but the RNG was not in his favor. And again, I think he probably made a mistake gap closing as early as he did. He should have chipped away at the rifles a little more from mid to long.
Oh, that's a tough retreat path, but one more model gets picked though, and he's not chasing, so Grenadier will make it home.
It's on, boys.
Yeah, really bad start here for Reakly. He is getting MP40s on this next grin, so we'll see if he can make something happen there. But he doesn't want to lose HP on this squad before they get the upgrade, so probably glad that DexN's not coming around the corner here.
Or DexN will have a rude awakening when the MP40s prop and the Grants come around the corner.
Under fire. Small arms.
Here we go, MP40s out. And immediate retreat.
4th rifle for DexN. This is not, I feel like, standard play anymore. I mean, this used to be the way that you always played. But DexN's one of the only guys who still goes, well, I saw someone in chat say Co-1 style, and it is Co-1 style, just 4 rifles to M8. What is not Co-1 style is totally ignoring 2 of your safe points here. DexN has yet to cap his +5 fuel or his +10 muni. But he's grabbed both of them mid +5, so it's an interesting choice here, denying himself some territory, but choosing to contest the middle effectively instead.
It's a trade-off, especially with those points on the deep flank, where you have a little bit of an awkward cap order. Do you get them immediately, but sacrifice position in the middle, or you get them later and risk of losing a lot of resources?
Yeah, and I like what he's doing here is sending this low health rifle back, although he's got heals, so I'd rather have the scout cap these. He could have got some XP from it too. Don't really agree with that choice, but we'll see if it ends up mattering.
Oh, Rifleman has to go home. So, what do you think about Airborne Dog picked by DexN?
I think it's great. I mean, I think all of the US battle groups are viable in ones. I think unless you're really good at using the Weasel SSF is a little weaker than the rest of them, but I think these are all viable. I wonder if we'll see Paradrop reinforcements. I hope we do. I think it's really underrated. It's a lot of munitions, but you can get so much manpower from it with 4 rifles.
We've lost the territory sector.
the way you can just take a terrible fight basically and just brute force your opponent off the map. So I hope we see it. But even if we don't, being able to drop the AT guns is really good, obviously. And it's possible. I didn't see when he picked it, but it is one of the best options against the Tiger if you don't want to go Pershing in your first game. Maybe it was banned because of the P-47 rocket strike. So it's a really good counter to the Tiger. So it could be that this is a reaction to him seeing the MP40s.
Yeah, but even though airborne was put earlier.
Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree. And you have airborne ranger. I think they're not called airborne rangers in Code 3. I think they're just called
Paratroopers.
paratroopers. I think they were called airborne rangers in Code 1. But whatever. They're really good against the Jaegers with the M1919 upgrade. And considering how bad riflemen are against Jaegers, it's something to consider there. The AT gun
Yeah, that's a really good point.
out, even though you technically don't need it if you play tier 3 anyways. And the rocket strafe, obviously.
Yeah, I'd love to see Dex actually go tier 2 here. Because he doesn't need to build AT guns from tier 3, but he seems to really favor the Greyhound, so I suspect we'll still see motor pool from him.
Oh, Grenadier gets away with a nickel of health. Pour it onto them deals a lot of damage.
I really like the port on him choice here. I think sprint is often better over the course of the game, but sometimes these fights on the side of the map really end up giving you momentum one way or the other. And picking port on him to win a fight like that is really good. Although actually, it looks like he's just putting port on them on all of his rifles.
Bars on the way, so no LV timing. Yes, maybe a tier 4 rush, because normally you would get bars after your LV.
Yeah, this is, I think, doable. He's already picked the AT gun drop, so this is not really that risky of a bar pick like it usually would be. The 221 will come out soon, but actually really fast because Reakly's got rapid production. But he should be able to drop an AT gun so long as he can keep the manpower in the bank.
He has also snares, so the 221 can't chase him down. So yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, wow, he already has grenades too.
Yeah, he throwed it. He throwed the first one, did nothing with it. So Reakly knows. He knows.
Yeah, he's been able to control both of these +5s in the middle of the map basically this whole time. And it really means that there's not a ton of fuel for Reakly. So if he wanted to rush Werble, he's going to have to skip over the 221, which looks like it might be what he's doing. We'll see. He's just about to have enough manpower.
Maybe with double fuel control you can make a point going straight tier 4 as USF. I'm not a big fan of tier 3 at the moment, to be honest. But I'm really bad with USF, so my opinion is invalid anyways.
Well, DexN doesn't like to spend fuel, so I don't think he'll rush tier 4. I think he'll continue saving fuel for
the next game?
For the next game, yeah. He doesn't like spending muni either. He has 150 muni, but opting to not get an extra bar on any of his rifles.
Keeping a little bit ammo in the bank makes sense, but floating so much ammo when you can get important weapon upgrades feels a little bit off.
Yeah, the extra bar is a very significant increase in firepower. And then there's the sort of the knock-on effect of getting more vet for the rifle, which can obviously have a real impact in the late game. So it's an important upgrade. I'll be surprised if he doesn't get them at some point. But meanwhile, this 221 is causing some problems for these rifles.
Yeah, AT gun is down. And keep in mind, if you have double bars, you win your engagements harder, which also bleeds less manpower.
Yeah. Very true.
So, overall though, Dex is in an amazing position. Already bleed 200, nearly 250 VPs and not lost a single one so far.
Yeah, the KDA is really good, 40 to 25. As you say, the VP situation is... And in these kind of best of threes where sometimes faction choice really decides who wins, this is a really, really good start.
Well, I'm not sure if the sprint was such a good idea there by Reakly. But okay, well, spots are coming in.
Not dodging that grenade.
And Reakly is doing Reakly things. With one. Nicely done.
Yeah. Wow, it does get past here. That's a pretty big win. See if he can get out. Good push from him. It's like giving him space to cap the top side of the map, crucially.
Yeah.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
Get down! Get down!
This is tough though. No MG means in an equal fight,
Peace and quiet.
the rifles are just going to win over and over. So I think this
Yeah.
map control is going to be short-lived here for Reakly.
It's so awful, right? If you play tier 2 and you want to kind of play into Call-in, so you want to play with Wirbelwinds, but then you don't have the map control to get the upgrade in and the Wirbelwind out in time, so you lose even harder.
Yeah, Reakly has managed to bank a decent amount of fuel here. He's still very far from the Wirbelwind though. DexN getting advanced logistics.
Keep it up.
No ASC this game, so
Commander,
able to get that crucial upgrade.
Well, he got the wipe in the game against Havoc, so you can't complain. He wiped the Pioneer on retreat with it.
Wow, that's worth it. Who needs 15% XP from the captain or
reports of enemy
Nah.
movement near a victory
25%
point.
reinforced cost discount when you can wipe a Pio?
To be fair though, I think AC, obviously it's more of a meme choice, but against the Cabo MGs, the play reveals them, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. There's some value there for sure, and it's not. I don't think it's like completely unplayable, if only because US can kind of do whatever they want in ones. It feels like.
Oh, they have win rate plummeted this patch.
Orders incoming!
Yeah, I think that's the camo MGs and people not really knowing how to deal with them.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
But Cabo MGs are annoying, so you can fight me on this.
Has been requisitioned.
Are we? Is DexN not going to go? I think he really isn't going to go tier 3. I wonder. You know, I've seen him play this airborne build before, where he just never builds a tech structure.
The full infantry till the end.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's doing double bars. He finally remembered. He's getting them on all of his rifles at once.
He
I think.
remembered that he has to
Okay, so he wasn't making a conscious decision to not upgrade them. He just didn't remember.
In Call of 1, you got the if you get the bar upgrade, you got all the bars right away, right? You did that to upgrade.
That's a good point. Yeah. So he still hasn't.
He
He
defaulted.
just remembered what game he was playing. Well, now I feel like Reakly's really in trouble because he was already struggling to win these fights, and now that the bars are on all the rifles, I think it's going to be even harder. I wonder if we'll see a 5th rifle. We got a lot of manpower in the bank now for DexN.
Well, with advanced logistics, you could afford it. Next, he gets survival training.
With his munitions control, I think the demolitions package is also a good option.
Oh, bar
This is a great map for the Gigamines. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Overall, also no ammo for Reakly for tracks. It's not like that he needed because there are no LVs or tanks, but still. Now we have a veto
Air
system in
forces
place.
beginning reconnaissance.
Players before the game starts can veto one battle group from each faction that their opponent can't use. Sadly, DexN and Reakly did not provide the link to what they vetoed, so I can't talk about what they vetoed, but I assume DexN vetoed Terror.
We have a supply drop and recon loiter for DexN unlocks. Finally spent those CPs, but sadly we're not going to see the paradrop reinforcements like I wanted. Not really surprised. It's not a popular choice. Obviously, having infinite muni from this guy is very strong.
Jesus H. Christ!
We've lost control
Not a
of
great fight on this cutout for Reakly, I feel like. I think he thinks because the 221's here he can win this, but this Vet 2 rifle
He
just
will win
shredding
this,
these
but
friends.
it will just take too long and he will lose more resources.
One rifle holding off 2 Grens and the 221 by itself.
He has the DLC. He played against Havoc Pershing Doctrine, so he has the DLC. And
A lot
as
of
far
fake
as I
news
know,
in chat.
man, people are so clueless sometimes. Shaking my head. Kiapa.
Believing the propaganda about DexN not being a pay-to-win player. DexN
Oh,
at
sorry.
650 manpower, 140 fuel. Both players saving for next game, I guess.
We'll be
Yeah,
on
makes
target
sense,
very
right? Because you
soon.
transfer resources in a tournament setting into your next game.
Anti-tank gun deployed on your
Reakly's
mark.
only like 3.5 CP from the Tiger now, so
Bingo fuel in.
I guess that's. I mean, it's probably a little early to start banking resources.
For the Tiger, yeah. Oh, Captain Dan has a tough retreat path,
Defend our victory.
Surely it goes down here.
but
Yeah.
2-1 gets picked off.
Commander.
Yeah, not a great trade.
Available.
Getting rid of the captain, that's nice, but DexN, I liked his choice immediately rebuilding the captain. It's only 150 manpower, so well worth it. It's not that hard to get it back to Vet 1, and that's really all you need.
Cover him! Let's go, boys!
Reports of enemy movement
So
near
far,
our victory
I'm
point.
not a big fan of full MP40s, by the way, by Reakly. One MP40,
No, they don't
understandable,
scale very well.
but against bar rifle, they get so
Victory point is
beaten
under
up.
enemy control now.
And you think
Yeah, it
you
just
will
makes it
win,
harder.
but you're really not winning.
Keep your heads down!
And then you don't want to transfer them off also, right? Because you invested ammo into them.
Down!
Captain
Yeah,
ready.
although I don't really think you ever want to transfer Grins,
Enemy
personally.
control
It's
of
terrible,
all
terrible
victory
trade deal.
I'm in for terrible trade deals there, man. Yeah, Bob.
Man, DexN losing map control here. These Grins just having a little bit better field presence because of Merge and Medkit. And I guess DexN's also kind of trickling too. I feel like if he just fought all of his rifles against this, he'd win, but he's kind of doing that thing where you send 2 guys on the field and opt into a fight, and then retreat, and then send 2 more onto the field and opt into a fight. And it's allowed Reakly to take all of the contestable territory besides that top VP.
Reakly even has enough fuel for the deck Tiger now.
Supply pair job is ready to go, Commander.
So,
He's getting there. We're 1 and a quarter CP away.
yeah, and then DexN will have... Ah, he's getting tier 4. Tiger will hit really hard though. Double AT gun is out.
One of our sectors
But still.
is now in enemy hands.
Tiger
Yeah,
with
I'm really-
45 range.
We need to use
Yeah, he does have a ton of muni in the bank, so we will see AP rounds available. And again, as I mentioned earlier, I assume we'll see the P47. I don't think I've ever seen DexN pick bombing run in ones. I think he's killed more Tigers with the P47 than anyone else who streams. So I bet we'll see at least an attempt of that this game.
No T-34 for ramming though, sadly. Get true shot. How many elephants I killed with A2 bombing and T-34 ramming. Glorious.
I will not share my feelings on that mechanic.
It got removed later on
a victory point is under attack.
when they
We
removed
must
the
act.
IL-2 bombs from the meta doctrines.
Taking losses!
But yeah, you are right.
A victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Base heal from Dex, or is it Grenadier heal? Let me check. I think it's Grenadier heal.
It's Grenadier. Yeah, he doesn't. He should have. I mean, there's a couple things Reakly really could have done here with his resources while he waited for Tiger, which is a med bunker and an MG.
Man points waiting for you.
And he probably still would have been able to call in this. With the manpower he saved from the mid bunker, he probably could have built the MG and still had plenty of resources to call in the Tiger. But it's here. So we'll see what he can do with it and how DexN can handle it.
Glorious Tigers on the field. Man, this reminds me so much of like the peak times of Code 2 call-in matter. And I was not a big fan back then, and I'm also not a big fan yet of it. Because now it's
Yeah.
nothing into like infantry engagements, infantry, like early game into late game, nothing in between.
Yeah, I could be wrong here, but I gotta say, I don't think this is optimal play. I think Reakly could have gotten to the Tiger at the same timing and built other stuff.
Yeah, you had enough fuel for that. And Rifleman is dead for sure.
We're cleared for rocket strikes. in
He'll
our
be really
sector.
lucky to escape here. But buffed Coax probably gonna, yeah. Really huge difference you can notice with, all the whole MGs. Oh, this is really bad. The AT guns are both getting caught out by double Vet 3 MP40 grants as the Tiger drives up. This could just be GG potentially.
Our anti-tank defense.
If he loses both these AT guns, he's gonna be so behind. Okay, one will escape, it looks like. So that's super important.
trying to deny
Just-
the capture of it.
Fit once more.
Fucking jobs, rifles losing integrity.
Back to full strength. Ready
It's
for
done,
action.
sir.
Yeah, really not good AT gun positioning there, and getting punished for it. But not one rifle and one AT gun down. Oh, he's going
The enemy have taken territory.
bulldozer.
Defend our victory
So he
This
point.
feels more
feels-
the infantry is the problem.
Yeah, I mean he has been losing the infantry fights, although I think that's just because he's not like taking good fights. He's
They have
constantly
taken our
going
victory
2 versus
point.
4.
New recruits in. Rifles reinforced.
Man, there's been so much infantry fighting. All these guys, most of these infantry squads are Vet 3 or almost Vet 3.
Yeah, at least something we have to see. AT gun is
But yeah, this-
not in position.
Hurry.
Look at the Tiger range, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
Not sure I am a big fan of increasing the range of the
Trip
Tiger.
105 is reporting in.
I don't. They didn't. They just added a passive so that people knew that it had a longer range.
Incoming.
Or... Two
let's see
penetration
if-
though, thanks to the special rounds.
Yeah. So what DexN's gonna look to do probably is use the captain sprint
Bingo
to get a rifle onto the Tiger and sticky it, and then drop the P-47. So we'll have to keep an eye on this captain, especially with the marked target, which I hope he picks. Yeah, he does have marked vehicle. Really conservative player from Reakly. I'm kind of surprised. This Tiger was not
Stairs now.
really in much danger, and he won a T-gun, able to send it all the way back to base. This is like this is not the Reakly playstyle I know.
He got more careful in tournaments, though. At least it feels like it. He only won 2-1 against
Requisitioning
PAX.
demolition charges and anti-tank mines.
I need to watch the PAX games later.
Riflemen ready.
First of all, PAX showed up. It's something you don't see every day. And
Yeah,
then,
Reakly, that's probably why Reakly dropped a game to him. He was probably surprised he had to play him.
High altitude recon. Ready for
apparently nearly the same thing happened in the Code 2 2v2 tournament where PAX is also playing, where it's schedule your own time, where PAX screwed up his timing or time schedule there.
recon run by request.
Demolition packages have been rolled
No
out
sweat.
to the men.
Target's ours.
105 jumping is a really interesting choice. Obviously, it will help against the infantry. Not sure how much it helps against
Force of
Reakly
enemy
though.
movement near our victory point.
Yeah, I really expected a Hellcat here, but I guess he just figures between the rocket strike and the AT guns, he's got enough answers for the Tiger. We'll see if that's true.
Well, one Hellcat is no Hellcat against the Tiger, right? So
Yeah, but you stack them up. I mean, you just keep building them.
yeah, that's true.
We're taking fire.
Enemy movement
But he
near
decides to
victory
rebuild the
point.
Van Zero Rifleman because we know Van Zero Rifleman at 23 minutes will perform great.
You know, I actually think you
Point is no longer
do have to replace the rifle here if you don't have enough fuel for a tank. Oh man, that's a
Nice
nice pickup there.
Yeah, for sure.
Because even though, yeah, it's not going to do amazing against the Grins, it's still a platform for grenades. It can still cap, and it will eventually get the vet it needs, assuming the game goes long enough.
Yeah, but it's a lot of map wobbly that will introduce because of it. But yeah, of course, if you need to rebuild it, you have to rebuild it. You have to swallow the pill there.
Oh, he's doing it. He was really slow though.
Ah! But look at the damage though. More than 50%.
If he had he clicked it late, he got the sticky off and then he retreated. And I don't know if it was just maybe he sneezed or something, but there was like a good 1 second delay before he dropped. I think he could have got the kill if he had been a little bit quicker there. So really a misplay from Reakly to drive onto that rifle there, and missed opportunity from DexN. I think he could have picked that up.
And Reakly has a Vet 3 Pioneer, so Repair will be in overdrive there. So Tiger will be back on the field, reasonably timing. But still, it's a VP pressure that DexN can start building up again. And with less than 100 VPs in the bank,
Waiting on your word.
losing map presence is something he's really not into it.
Yeah, every time the VPs took over, it's a big deal here.
Jesus, Tiger, man.
I want to shout out DexN using the Captain Flanking maneuver just for the combat buff. I think a lot of people don't know it gives 20% harder to hit. Using that just to let the rifles fight the infantry better. That's cool to see.
Initiate order.
Mark target on the Tiger. Not sure why. Maybe scare him.
Movement near a victory point.
Sometimes
Yeah, it
mark
could be a
target
bluff.
is enough to scare people.
I don't love that choice though. It's a 3-minute cooldown on the marked
Enemy down
vehicle,
to
so
75 points and
I
falling.
feel like you really want to wait until you're actually gonna commit. He does have the AT gun
coming
here.
up. He will zone out the Tiger, so he can easily keep the VP there, or at least keep it neutral. And DexN
Launch stocked and ready to drop.
Reakly won't be too happy about it that he can't access the VP.
Yeah, Reakly playing way too safe. I guess he does. He just doesn't know there's only one AT gun. Oh, that zero rifle just
Capture
disappears.
the victory point.
Oh boy, 105 is in the pickle.
Yeah, AP rounds popped.
Victory point is under attack.
Reakly probably should just target this AT gun here, but I think he's gonna try to drive past it. Extra range from the Tiger paying off, and it's all falling apart here for DexN. I can't believe he played this aggressive with one AT gun. He drove up like he was ready to fight this Tiger. He was not ready to fight this Tiger.
They only
And-
have 50 points left.
Why is he
does not have-
throwing? Why are you do this to me?
Enemy forces. Anti-tank
Oh man, a P4 is here now too. Yeah, this looks kind of, well, I would say over, but there's enough VPs for DexN that he can rebuild, and you know, if Reakly makes one mistake and loses the map, he can still lose this, but definitely not in a good position. Reakly better not forget to kill this AT gun. It looks like he's gonna go get it.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
He also lost the Pioneer, right? He had one, if I'm not mistaken.
Hellcat has been completed.
Who,
Point
DexN?
is under enemy
I don't.
control now.
Can
He
take a
had
look.
to had one because he had 105 shrimp on the field, right?
No, he never built a. He never built an engineer.
Glorious. Who needs repair?
Which is an interesting choice with with a vehicle on the field.
So get the second Hellcat out or AT gun, I don't know. Now with the P4 on the field, it's awkward to dive the Tiger with Hellcats.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I think you probably want the AT gun so that you have like some threat that doesn't get chased off by the Shrek. But you also want to get a second Hellcat. I mean, DexN's got a lot of stuff he needs now. Still needs an engineer.
I think DexN should like go into a lower gear, save manpower, get the important tech units out, like another Hellcat, an AT gun from the back line. Pioneer from
Yeah,
the
I
rear.
agree. I think either he backs off here and plays slow, or he could try to play really clever across the map and like sneak a VP, which looks like what he's trying to do here. This is a pretty good map movement, but I'm nervous for those rifles if they just get cut off by the Tiger and the P4, which looks like what Reakly's trying to do.
Hellcat is getting cut
Point
off.
is under attack. We must act.
Yeah, I have no idea what his plan was here. I can't.
Can't hail our Hellcat. Crew dead.
That feels like GG, honestly. That
Victory point now under enemy control.
he's just lost so much tempo there.
For nothing.
He could lose one of these rifles too.
He's like, he
This-
might
this-
lose
he-
both. No,
Yeah, if
Tiger
Reakly
is-
focuses this 4-man rifle. Pretty lucky dodges here. The Vector rifles, I think, get a lot of, yeah, 20% harder to hit, 15% health. They're pretty tanky. And yeah, not going to even lose any models on retreat.
Enemy have taken territory from us.
Hellcat is out. Mine come down on the 5-pointer.
Is he just going to throw this one away too? It looks like he's trying to. Oh no, he's okay. He was making me nervous. Man, these Vector rifles just don't die. Poor Hellcat, just so severely outgunned.
That's the reason why I'm not a big fan of Tiger range increase, because no tank destroyers get outranged by the Tiger, which feels weird. Oh, it will get snared. Now it's time for a rocket strike. Here we go.
That's a hard target. Sending rockets their way.
Tiger bites the dust.
Down.
Nice pickup. Should not have got that close.
And now it's back to DexN having a shot there.
Yeah, Reakly continues to like just drive too close.
But he decides to
don't-
throw the head.
Hellcat is
Yeah.
correct.
This is really, these guys are really trying their best to give the other person the game. Oh, then I'm tripping about this Tiger. Chat, help me out here. Did they actually increase the Tiger range? I thought they just added a icon.
From server. What?
Give him an answer, boys.
Oh,
night today. No, 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 no. You can stay. Alright, we are back. Nothing. I paused, so nothing happened there. It's just. Maybe chat can help me out. So apparently, I lose connection to the server every now and then from OBS. And I tried to fix it. Yesterday it worked, so I was happy, and now it doesn't work again. So
Reports of enemy movement.
I don't
near
know if it's an
victory
issue
point.
on my end, or is it a problem on OBS end, or something else. Glorious. And I'm too stupid to fix it, how it looks like it.
They have taken our victory point.
4th Rifleman.
B-47 restocked and ready.
Crowd infantry!
We have 300 points. Confirmed.
I think playing for VPs is smarter for 47.
Rifles losing integrity!
Nah, you decide to throw those useless grenades that even a one-armed guy can dodge.
Those bastards ain't getting me!
One of our sectors is now in enemy hands.
Chewing us up!
Nope.
Crowds are taking it personally. Red tails on the way.
And lose it immediately.
Supplies are on their way. Don't rush all at once.
It is. I always thought Tiger had about 45 range.
Buzzsaw's got it!
Even though I always
Go
use it on
fuel
max
here.
range.
Heading back to base.
But yeah. That I.
Get it done, boys. Think they know we're
For stupid people like me. Makes it even worse. I'd rather be stupid than be ignorant. We are changing.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it. A victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Recon run by request.
Danny is back. Fucking crash of OBS also resetted the sound thing. Say something, Daniel.
Oh,
Now it's working
man,
again.
I said so many clever things for like the last
Yeah,
5
man.
minutes. I can't believe they're all gone.
The enemy
For example, you
holds
called
Into
me
the void.
ignorant.
I did, yeah. "47 kills on this rifle, man. This game has been
sector lost.
Interesting.
full of fighting. It makes sense. Both these guys go forward all the time, so I'm not surprised that we've got 300 kills between the two of them in a 30-minute game.
By the way, guys, you can also check out the stream on YouTube if you want. You can also subscribe on YouTube, since there's only Riflemen getting beaten up at the moment. Where you can watch the tournament casts
We're down
after
to
they get
250 points.
finished uploading the tournament cast from the last
We got
tournament.
what you need.
If you want to hear Daniel's voice more often, you can also
Bingo
have the
fuel
opportunity
here.
to
Heading
do
back
it
to
on
base.
YouTube.
And just get me in stereo.
Yes.
YouTube on the phone, Twitch on the computer. DexN capping 2 of the VPs here. Reakly's got to move. Okay, never mind. Tiger's in range.
This is it was such a good game until both players decided to crumble themselves.
Oh, I think that makes it a better game because now we don't know who's going to win.
Even though I would say the Reakly is ahead.
Yeah, he's not really positioning his
Rocket
Tiger
Blocks-
properly,
Rocket
though.
blocks himself!
Oh my god.
One Hellcat hits the mine.
P4's going to go down. What's Reakly doing? Why is he going forward?
Taylor Hellcat.
Trading off
Wow.
for no reason.
MG saves the game for Reakly, forces off that rifle.
Grass up. Ready to make another run.
Man,
Jesus.
I cannot believe he got away from that.
I don't-
He did not micro properly, and he just... Luckily, the rockets didn't hit him.
Yeah.
Oh, good grenade dodge from DexN there. If he had dodged... It's 50-50. If he had dodged the wrong way against the grenades in the house, he loses that squad probably, so...
The problem is
Well played
that there's
there.
no repair.
Territory point is no
What?
longer under our
So-
control.
It's like he plays challenge mode all the time. He's not allowed to spend his munitions until he has 200. He's not allowed to go double bars until 15 minutes into the game. He's not allowed to spend his fuel unless his opponent builds a Tiger.
And when is he allowed to repair his tanks?
I don't know. I guess he's not.
Yeah, look. Oh, he loses tank and for no reason, man.
I'm on for peace and quiet. Rifles losing integrity. Crowd in retreat.
No, he gets a no.
Oh, the Vetri rifle goes down. Oh, this feels like... I feel like the window for him to make a comeback has shut pretty hard on his fingers here.
Might even broken his fingers.
He might lose this Vetri rifle. Can Reakly land the retreat grenades?
Nope.
No. You know, I gotta say, Reakly's improved a ton as a player over the last year or so. He has still not learned to throw retreat grenades. He needs to just go into cheat mode and
Do it
practice
over
until he can
and
get
over.
this right.
Yeah.
He's got way too many games to not be able to land those.
Territory
It's not like in
sector
Code
claimed by
2
the
where
enemy.
you have different animations for the grenade, so it's hard to learn the timing because you never know which animation you get.
200 points remaining.
They're all
in
the same
I
in
don't know
Code
that.
3. Or in Code 1 where the grenade randomly lands somewhere. Thanks for the rep helping us. Great. We are at the moment in game number 1 between DexN and Reakly,
Rockets are loaded.
which is kind of slugfest between who can throw harder. And at the moment DexN is ahead in this department.
Yeah, he does have 2 Hellcats now. He's got enough muni in the bank for the rocket strike again, so he's not out of this completely, but Reakly continuing to add MGs. He's going to send them to the side VP now, and that's just going to make it harder and harder for DexN to get any semblance of control in this game.
Yeah.
As you said, it feels like DexN probably had a moment where he could have played it a little slower here when he was behind, but he has just continued. We can see this rifle going mid. Like it feels like he's got him and Reakly both have one mode, which is forward, and if they have an advantage while doing so, they win, and if they're behind, they continue to bleed.
Yeah.
The enemy is stealing our munitions point.
We're gonna get to see this Hellcat try to force this MG out of the building again. Eventually, the building will collapse.
Enemy
boy.
activity near our munition. We have a mortar team ready for orders.
Looks like he was allowed to build an engineer. Now that he has 2 healthy tanks, I guess that's the rule. You can't build it while your tanks are hurt. No, he repaired one. Got a mortar too, which is a nice answer to these MGs. I don't really know what else he can do. Flanking them's kind of risky because the Tiger will just kill you on retreat, so this makes a lot of sense.
We must take it back.
Yeah. But I
And
don't know.
even though Reakly's so ahead, these kind of games are always nerve-wracking. When you're down to 32 VPs in a tournament game,
Grasshopper.
even if you know you're ahead, it can sometimes not feel that way. Like it's hard to relax when you're this close to losing. One bad fight and you can still throw the game away.
Yeah. Double Hellcat though. And the mortar.
Double miss.
They hit the wreckage, so they hit something.
That's true. I guess we can count it. Oh, another sneaky Faust there.
Location taken. Expecting a counterattack.
Oh, I
Feels
don't
like Reakly could
think-
really use officer quarters for his tier 4.
Yeah, Hellcat is dead. There's nothing to back him up.
This is our last stand.
It would let the Tiger bed up faster too, which would be nice. He's managed to somehow turn it completely the wrong direction.
And DexN is now clicking the button.
Taking casualties.
Yeah, I don't... I know the Tiger was showing its rear armor. I don't know that alone was enough of a reason to do this, but we'll see if he can land this rocket strike. Reakly not reacting at all.
He thinks the game is over
Enemy
Oh my
Tiger
god, he just
destroyed,
ate
Commander.
that.
for no reason.
He just stood there and took it. DexN's back in it, baby. He could kill this.
If he gets
If he had
the
taken
P4?
sprint, he... Oh,
He has no
if he had
sprint.
sprint. If he had sprint.
And no engine damage.
This is what.
there.
This is why you don't go pouring on him on every squad. But he's capping this mid VP. This is what I was talking about one bad fight. I feel like the MG can probably come onto the field and push this rifle off, but
Heading to target.
man, all DexN's got to do is get in. Oh, get in the green cover.
He's para-dropping an MG. Paratrooper on the point, and the MG is relocating.
Fuel here. Heading back.
The desperation play. Mid VP capped, but not probably for long enough.
You're our victory point. We have
Top
infantry on the
VP
field,
or left
Commander.
VP or right VP, my god, will be decapped. No! It
Oh,
won't!
crucial pin, yeah.
But yeah, that's game.
This is crazy. DexN at 30 CP, Reakly at 22 just shows you how much action there's been.
Losses are too great. We have to
Oh,
retreat.
there's the.
The GG. From throw into counter throw into throw, man. What is this?
Wow. I gotta say, that P-47 strike, DexN placed them super well, and Reakly didn't react right away. If you don't immediately move as soon as you see the smoke, it's not, you can't really get out of it. And Reakly did not move right away. So
Yeah.
we saw, was that 2 or 3 Tigers die to the P-47?
Yeah, something like this.
Wait, we can check. There's a way to check. I could just look. Just 2 Tigers.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 between DexN and Reakly. After a throw game into a throw game, we are back in business, and we have a unique thing ahead of us. What is it, my dear friend Daniel?
It's Dak. It's the Dak attack. DexN already building a bike.
Do you trust in the deck?
Scout squad is ready.
I think if you have a good build for the map and you execute it well, Dak can be strong. I think especially with the new battle group, if you abuse the S mines and the butterfly bombs, you can have a really good time. Also, having a Shrek on your PJ,
It's really good, right? Because of
Very
ammo
good.
bonus. It's a lot of
it's
damage.
very good. So yeah, I think this is playable. I'm curious to see. Looks like we are getting both of the new battle groups, so it'll be potentially. I hope we get to see Pershing versus Elephant. I kind of doubt it. I think the Dak player will either win or not win off the
think-
back of the annoying mines.
First of all, you also get at Veterans you won by the Panzerjägers those grenade assault thingies, which is fun when your 4 AT grenades flow your way. The other thing is
Scary stuff.
Pershing, 1 martyr and you win. You get martyr, shock troop tactics, 50 ammo, and then anti-tank overwatch for 150 ammo, and the Pershing disappears into the smoke.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good combo. It's like it's like the Dak version of the Captain Sprint rifle snare P-47 rocket strike.
And no,
Like getting a good first volley on the scout. That's a good start. Being able to force one of the scouts off right away is a big map control lead, but I don't love DexN's choice to drive right up to the scout.
no,
That could
especially
be a
if he's
mistake.
dancing around there, he gets some rear shots in.
Yeah, so now he's wasting his PG's time too. The rifle's coming here too. I feel like this is a mistake because now it's going to let Reakly take this crucial +5 fuel. DexN did such a good job recognizing the value of those last game. I'm surprised he gets baited into fighting over nothing down here.
And now he drives not too far away, so he still gets CA, I think.
Yeah, good choice to stop and repair with the Panzer Pile. It's going to save his ability, his self-repair for a little while longer.
Yeah. And by the way, keep in mind, at 2 CP on the left tree, you unlock Prepared Position, which gives you a budget version of CA in friendly territory in cover, which is really helpful, especially if it stacks with CA.
We have riflemen taking the field.
So also something to keep in mind that helped out Dak, at least Palm Grenadiers in my opinion.
Yeah, although it doesn't stack with CA because it just gives you
No, it
combined
does
arms.
stack. It's a slightly worse version, and then if you get CA, it's another buff on top. At
Oh,
least
that can't be intended.
it might be not intended, but you get it, according to the tooltip at least.
No, the tooltip just says they gain the benefits of the combined arms ability even when no.
No,
vehicle is
I mean the
nearby.
tooltip when it's on the infantry squad. Like on the sidebar there, on the infantry portrait.
Taking losses.
And big push there from Reakly. I'm not sure if DexN will be too happy with his early game there. Deck already struggles with map control.
Leave him.
And then sacrificing his main capping unit. Even though it got veteran C1 now, for this, he's losing a lot of fuel. And deck without fuel is not fun.
Yeah, big lead here for Reakly. He is going to be forced off the field. We'll see. I'd love to see DexN send this one bike to the top +5 fuel while he caps the other one with the PGs, but it looks like he's going to keep his units together. Not really taking advantage of the speed of the bike here. Love to see him send that somewhere far. He could also send it. I see sometimes players capping the enemy +10. Maybe that's what I'll do.
To be fair though, Bank is really good on this map. Also yeah, obviously for harassing. But you can also harass the flanks really well with it, right?
A
Because the
victory
map
point
is so
under
big.
attack. We must act.
Or
Oh,
not
going to the
big, but
VP.
oh, he has to break the triple cap though. But
Yeah, I guess he's so behind on fuel. I really and also look at what Reakly's scout has done in the meantime. Capped all of the gimmies east of DexN's base, so he's so ahead right now. The U.S. players on map control.
Trace around though is helping him to keep it into engagements.
Sector gone. We must
By the
take
way,
it
nice
back.
hiding of the scout. So once the base 5 pointers get it, we get decapped immediately.
I really like when people do this. If there's nothing else to cap, yeah, I think this is a really good choice.
Go, boys. Get down. Get down.
Still no
Commander.
ISC. Okay, there it comes. Very late ISC from Reakly. About a minute slow. We'll see if that ends up affecting any timings.
Well, that might actually help out DexN there for sure. He's getting heal next. So no fast LV.
Yeah, man, this is Reakly probably could have had a half track on the field
Assault half tracks
already if he had been a little more on point with his timings. And DexN would not have been ready for it because, as you say, he went heals. But Reakly did not rush the M3, so DexN is safe. We do have half track strong points though, so I assume WC is the next structure to go up in the base.
I don't think so. It will be tier 3 for 1 Greyhound, double AT gun, and then we'll wait till Pershing comes out.
Oh right, I forgot it's Reakly. He's just gonna go straight to the Pershing.
No, that's what
It
everyone
would
does
ma-
at the moment. For once, Reakly is not the main perpetrator of call and meta stuff.
And a captain has been assigned to you.
And yes, it's as much fun as I said. Well, I assume Berser's got banned because Italian combined arms is so good in 1v1 that I'm not surprised if it was banned.
Rifles losing integrity.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
It's interesting to see what DexN's mid-game plan is. If it will be half-track or something else.
Taking our
He
victory
has heal,
point.
but no LV. He has 3 pumps, but no upgrades. Maybe he waits till he has 400 ammo and then he's allowed to get one... one MG34.
It's just so funny. Both players handshaking, no LV rush. Like if either player had rushed an LV, they would have had a huge lead.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I agree.
we do have motor pool going up. I wonder if will he do it? Will he build an M8? He's almost got the feel for it. Will he slow down his Pershing bank? I find that hard to imagine, but he's doing it.
He's doing it.
Honestly, I think this is correct. Like, I don't think it makes any sense to float for 300 fuel waiting for the heavy. Like you might as well get a vehicle and use it to take map control, and you probably hit the same timing because you have more of the map.
It depends. At the moment, though, I would generally agree in an even game. If you're like, if both players have roughly the same map control, heavy tank stored is stronger in 1v1 because heavy tanks are not that expensive. And then, and since heavy tanks, like in the 1v1 fight against other medium tanks, the medium tank gets beaten up so badly, with a few exceptions, like the King
Our
Tiger.
Greyhound is here.
It can make sense a lot. It's a lot like in Code 2 back in the days,
Deploying engineers.
where basically no one tagged, because the only reasonable choice was going a lot of infantry into Tiger, into IS-2, something like this.
Well, I hope people are reading the meta wrong, because if they're right, you'll never see this face again.
At the moment, it's
Defend our
kind of like
victory
this,
point.
sadly.
We're losing it.
And not only in 1v1 though, in 2v2 we don't have this issue because of tank trains.
M1918 automatic
You know,
rifles
Tigers,
will be distributed to the
Hellcats,
men.
and Tiger disappears like in the blob of Hellcats. Pershing struggles because of the amount of other heavy tanks, other TDs from the Ally axis.
Yeah.
So
DexN reading the situation correctly, preemptively getting the tank buster package in. He'll be glad he has it on the field now that this M8's here, but it's going to be tough. I like what Reakly's done here. He sent the M8 to one side, and now he's going all the way to the other side. And that said, DexN has the 250, so it's not like he can't follow him around. He certainly has the mobility to do so.
S-Mines got spotted by the sweeper, so Dex knows what's up for the month. What's the flavor of the day?
All riflemen squads are being upgraded with VARs, Commander.
Mm, 50 cal, doing some work against these Panzer piles. We'll see if they can make it back to base. Oh, DexN not using his 250 to move his tank busters, so
Tank
they're just
busters have a
slowly
long
walking across
way
the
to
map.
go.
Yeah, feels like you probably. These guys are wondering why are you making me walk, man? Got the wheels right there.
Automatic rifles have arrived.
Feels so unnatural to see tank hunters walk around.
Oh, and the scout detection. Oh, how did he get spotted? Was that the scout?
No, he was
weird.
out of cover for too
he out of cover?
long, yeah.
Looked like he went cover to car. That's so weird. The camo doesn't always behave, it feels.
Sometimes it's too strong and sometimes it does not what it's advertised to do.
Yeah,
So
good. I mean,
I think we know
Camo's
that
way too
already.
good.
It's like Co3 or Co-games. Did the games ever did what you wanted them to do? Yep. But yeah, the tracer rounds are really helping to win those in infantry engagements. But look at the map control, man, how blue the map is.
yeah, I mean, with just one PJ, there's not much he can do against the M8. And he's got no munitions, so he can't get LMGs. So, and he doesn't have 6-man on his PGs, so this build kind of doesn't do anything that DexN has right now. He is getting an 8-rad, so that'll help a lot.
Or 8-rad has to do some heavy carrying.
Killing the captain would be a really nice pickup here.
Movement, you're a victory
Both
point.
trying to throw the bike away, but
God,
M8 can't hit it.
the
Pike
captain's
never
been killed.
dies. Captain Dan died somewhere.
A victory point is under attack. We
Yeah, to the
must
PG
act.
blob.
Tank hunters are coming. Tank hunters do so much damage if they get their camo shot up against the ground, so you
Victory
have to
point
be
has fallen into
super
enemy
careful.
control.
Yeah. We see the weakness of blobbing here from DexN. Wow, really dangerous position on this rifle. This
8-rad
could
is
just get
out.
ran down.
Sheffy in the queue. DexN has exactly 0 ammo per minute. Look at the precision of the tank hunter, Frank. You guys have to do a little bit of dancing there.
This is where I feel like it probably would be good to move the med truck. Not only is it in danger of just dying to a dive, but it'd be great to get these tank busters back to
Full HP.
4-man without having to send them back to base. Yeah, he is popping a heal, so good heads up play there. Although
Has arrived.
he's not healing his PGs, so
Second 8-rod,
that feels like an oversight.
AT gun gets the hit in. And no Sheffy is coming in, but we have to Shrek next to. Or close by.
They made with some serious friendly fire there, it looks like.
We're losing a fuel point.
He's got to be careful. This fence is going to cause some pathing issues for the M8. Okay, Wisely gets all the way out. Once again, Reakly's capped the entire top side of the map. So DexN's got to make something happen here, or he's just going to get further and further behind.
I think he's way too forced in this one little bit. I think with double 8-rad, obviously hard against Sheffy, he should at least try to contest the flanks. Results are not getting updated at the moment because we might cast some of those games and I want to avoid spoilers. So chat, or players that are in chat, don't spoiler.
Ooh, Shrek goes down. Just no retreat at all from DexN. Not sure what he was microing, but it wasn't that Shrek, I hope.
And Pax was here. It's... I will spoiler this. It was 2-1 for Reakly. Dankatas are retreat. Shafi might be a little bit too greedy there. Once they're off.
Oops. I don't know that he can kill it though. He's got nothing to.
No, yes.
Oh, we called in Panzerjägers.
Dankatas on the way.
Man, he needed to go all the way in with that dive. I think it's a pretty common mistake where people realize too late that like, oh, there's units here, and they stop and drive backwards when they could have just drove forward and survived. This is definitely one of those times.
He could have saved the 250 as well, I think. Oh, it's too late. But he got the wipe.
Yeah. Nice vet there for the engineer. Really accelerating their vet one.
And now without Shafi, double 8 reds. Have a good day. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll replace. He probably doesn't want to replace the Chaffee because he wants to bank for the Pershing. But he'll probably need. I feel like second AT gun is probably needed here. Otherwise, I think you're pretty vulnerable with just one AT gun and the 8 rad. He does have 3 rifles. But okay, he is opting in, yeah, for a second AT gun. I think that's smart. I guess both players, as part of their agreement on stuff they wouldn't do.
Is playing on the flanks?
Yeah, well, I was going to talk about waiting. This is the exact same timing that DexN got double bars. Reakly's getting 1 bar. What's he saving munitions for?
Oh, he spent it on something.
Okay, he is getting the bars now. He also finally remembered.
8 rods are chilling there, having a nice cup of tea or something.
Anti-tank team on the field.
250 might go down. This will be a really good vet for this rifle if he gets it.
He would get
pretty
it,
risky to stay against. Oh, he's greeting for it.
Oh, he might lose the rifleman there on retreat. Double 8 rod is no joke.
It's just a bait. 2 AT guns backing him up.
Yeah. But 2 AT guns, yeah, he gets a shot in.
Command points available.
No, yeah, 1 AT gun can't shoot, and he can fall back
Enemy down to
safely.
100 points.
By the way,
That was
that
close.
free bike. How often do you see this?
Wow, 50% capture, decapture. That's pretty good.
But for that, you need to capture all the flanks.
Yeah, I know. You could really. Oh, here's what I was talking about. This med truck. Not long for this world, looks like. I really think leaving it in base is usually suboptimal, and that is why. One of the reasons why.
We're losing it.
So nice pickup there for Reakly, and DexN really low on resources. He can't afford losses like that. He's got no heals now since he's also
Victory point.
just neglected his 250's lives every time. So no heals, and
A fuel point is being lost.
looking like gonna be a really rough transition to the late game for him.
The enemy have taken territory from us.
2 CP from the Pershing. He's got 200 fuel in the bank, so just needs to start up. Yeah,
Battle is ours. Stand down.
it's like Alt F4 there from DexN.
Yeah.
He was in trouble. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that, GG. Although it's a tournament, I think if you're not totally out of it, it's probably good to play it out. But he was not in a good position.
He was really behind. So yeah, makes sense to GG it. But anyways, 2-0 for Reakly. I think it's DexN Throat game number 1.
Yeah, he had some leads there multiple times. This game was more just like a slow choke out. He just didn't play the map very well. The bike never capped the side. He let Reakly have the whole top side of the map, which is I get why the bike was there. It's like without the bike, the PGs kind of lose to the rifles, so you want to keep it there, but you also can't give up that much map control. So
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.